We are back in Alexandria, an overcast day and humid here at the General Softball Field. Series finale, number 7, Our Lady of the Lake, and number 24, LSU Alexandria. The Generals took 2 yesterday, and a leadoff hit by pitch for Alejandro. Yeah, that'll bring up Aguirre with a runner aboard after the hit by pitch. Defensively for the Generals, Howell is at first, Swallow at second, Romero's over at third. Haley Fontenot is in at shortstop, and left to right across the outfield, Lightfoot, Dunbar, Moody. Behind the plate is Riley Jotario. And in the circle is Kirsten Martinez. 2-1 on the season, 12 appearances, 7 starts, an ERA of 5.63 over 27 and a third innings. And she struck out 12. There goes the runner, and she'll be in without a throw. Counts 2-0 on Aguirre. Squares around a bunt and fouls it off. Generals hit 4 home runs yesterday, 3 of which were out of the park. Haley Fontenot had an inside-the-park home run. The wind kicking around again today. Not quite as bad as yesterday. Martinez misses outside. 3-1 to the Saints right fielder. Stabbed at it. 3-2. Can't get the bunt down. Here comes the payoff pitch from Martinez. On the ground, a second. Swallow. Over to Howell at first. Alejandro advances to third, so with 1 down, the Saints have a runner on third. And Terrio out to talk with Martinez. Corners even with the bag. Well, Romero's a step or 2 inside. We're hitting .446 on the season. Misses for a ball. 5 home runs and 27 batted in. In for a called strike. Up and in, just misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. Laney Bailey picked up a pair of wins yesterday for LSUA. Martinez gets the start. That one blocked by Terrio. Rodriguez waits on deck. Here's the 3-1. That's high. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Brings up Rodriguez. 400 on the season, 1 home run, and 8 batted in for her. Fouls off the first pitch she sees. Here's the 0-1. On the ground. Romero, it eats her up. A shuffle to Terrio sliding in. Alejandro. And it's 1-0 Saints. Rosales. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Rodriguez and Rocha advance. Here's the 0-1. Lays that one in there for a called strike. Well, there's been a run scored now in the first inning in all 3 games. General struck first in game 1, and the Saints have put one on the board in the opening frame in games 2 and 3 of this series. Rosales hitting .364, 4 home runs, 28 batted in. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul. Martinez set and delivers the 1-2. Swing. Oh, foul ball, excuse me. Got a piece of it to hang around. 3 straight foul balls now from Rosales. Howell playing just in front of the bag at first. Down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. Fourth straight foul ball. Amanda Davia not happy with the call in the third base coach's box. Oh, just a harmless strike, and another one fouled away. Moody giving chase, not going to get there in time. That was the 5th straight foul ball. Make it 6 straight. And this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 10th pitch. On a line to left, that'll get down in front of Lightfoot. 1 run is going to score. It is 2-0 Saints. Brings up Casas. Swinging first pitch on the ground at third. Romero fields. That one thrown over to first for out number 2. Rosales up to second. Does hold Rodriguez at third. There's Nova Gloria. And it's outside. 24th pitch of the inning for Martinez. 14 of them have been strikes. Here's the 1-0. Catches the corner. 1-1. Martinez toes the rubber and the 1-1. On a line, that's going to get through. They're going to wave around Rosales. Now she'll get the stop sign. It's runners on the corners. An RBI single for Gloria. Bring up Perez with 2 on and 2 down. Already a 3-0 ball game. Perez coming in at 284 with 13 runs batted in. Popped up behind home plate. Terrio will make the catch in foul territory. That'll end the inning, but the Saints get 3 runs on 2 hits. Helped along by 1 error. They leave 2 stranded. It'll be Swallow, Moody, Romero due up. Bottom of the first inning, Swallow will lead off for the Generals. Defensively for the Saints, Rodriguez at first, Perez at second. Over at third, it's Casas, the shortstop. Gloria left to right across the outfield. Rosales, Alejandro, and Aguirre. Behind the plate is Guzman, and in the circle, it's Laterio. Ontario on the season, 16-3, 25 appearances, 16 starts, 9 complete games, 115 and 2/3 innings pitched, 125 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.88, and a batting average against of 156. Swallow pops up the 0-1 offering, and Casas will hold on to it. That brings up Moody with one down. Moody hitting .371, 3 home runs, 22 batted in, slugging .600, and an on-base percentage of .436. Called the strike as Guzman gets the frame. Oh, and 1 the count. Ontario charged with the loss in Game 2 yesterday. Misses down and in here. The Saints trying to salvage a game of this series. And a good start with 3 in the top of the first. Misses high. Generals in all black today, the Saints in all white. This is hit in the air to right. Aguirre will have it for out number 2. Brings up Romero. Hitting .355 on the season. 1 home run and 13 batted in. On-base percentage of .424. She swings first pitch. Popped it up on the infield, just to the left of the circle. Casas has it. And that will end the inning. The Generals go down in order. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Saints. Guzman will lead off here in the top of the second. Riley Guillo has replaced Kirsten Martinez. Martinez, 1 inning of work, 28 pitches, 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 2 hits. First pitch to the left side, and that is going to allow Guzman to reach. Charge an error to Fontenot at shortstop. Salinas has come on to run for the catcher. Alejandro takes the first pitch for a ball. The second's in for a strike. She was hit by a pitch to lead off the game. Official score has changed it to a single for Guzman. Catch made by Swallow back behind the bag for out number one. Aguirre up now. She's 0 for 1. And that one's going to get away from Terry. A wild pitch. Salinas up to second. A runner in scoring position now for the Saints. Wano misses outside. In for a called strike. Here's the 2-1. A chopper. Swallow makes the throw over. Salinas up to third with 2 outs. Rocha stands in now with 2 outs and a runner on third. And a little bit more insurance to this 3-run lead. That one hits her. 3 runners on the corners for Rodriguez. Two out and 2 on. Rodriguez stands in. 0 for 1 with an RBI. Up high, 1-0. Fouled away. Sun trying to peek out from behind the overcast clouds. Here's the 1-1. Off the fist. Swallow can't get there. That's down for a single. An RBI for Rodriguez makes it 4-0. Here comes Rosales. That one's in for a called strike. 1 on Rosales. Has a hit and an RBI so far. A 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got her with the changeup. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. Just missed. Two ball, 2 strike offering. Foul back at the netting. Counts full. Runners will be in motion. With a full count and 2 outs. Here's the delivery. Fouled away. Reset and try the payoff pitch one more time. Good thing that was a foul ball, because that ball, if it was live, everybody was advancing. Here's the 3-2. Down and in. The bases are going to be loaded with the free pass. Here's Casas. Her second time up. Watch his strike 1. She's 0 for 1. This one hit in the left. Lightfoot drifting back near the wall. Jumps at the wall. It's a grand slam! Break out the mustard and rye. It's a grand salami. It's 8-0. Lightfoot went up at the wall, and it looked like she had caught it. Just couldn't quite bring it back into the yard. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the Saints have exploded here in the first 2 innings for 8 runs on 5 hits. This one's chopped foul into the Generals' dugout. Everybody ducking out of the way. '27th pitch of the inning from Gio. It's high. right about 50%. And the count's 3-1 on Gloria. That's inside. I'm pretty sure that was ball 4. There we go. And now Trent Partridge coming out. He is going to go to the bullpen here. Looks like Sam Hayes coming out. So we'll take a timeout while Hayes gets loose. We'll be right back after this. So with 2 down and a runner on first, Hayes will take over in the circle for Riley Gio, who is responsible for the runner at first, so the book not fully closed on her. Hayes fires in a strike. That one misses. One and one the count. This is hit well into right. Moody going back off the wall. Rounding third is Gloria, and she will be in to score. Back into second is Perez. It's 9-0. Guzman will re-enter here for Salinas. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Outside, 1-1. They've batted around now in the inning. Guzman led off. Now hitting with a runner in scoring position. Two and one the count. Hayes looks in and delivers. Down, blocked by Terrio. The 3-1. That's down and in. A walk for Guzman with 2 outs. And it brings up Alejandro for her second plate appearance of the inning. Nine runs on 6 hits. 6 of those runs coming here in the top of the second. They get 2-0. And time called. Trent Partridge going out to have a chat. And he's telling Riley Joe Terrio to stay behind the plate. The conversation might be a little of, well, it's already 9-0. It's only the second inning. This one's kind of yours. Throw some strikes, see what happens. And a bit of a long chat here between Partridge and Hayes. Now he's headed back to the dugout. So a 2-0 count on Alejandro, who's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Squares around a bunt, pulls back, and it's inside corner, 2-1.
Do you know about the Girl Scout event? Yeah, it's in the
3-1.
outpost on the 26th. I think it's Sunday.
August? Of April?
April, yeah.
26th, is that a Friday? Or is that a Saturday?
In a left. Lightfoot under it, and she'll make the catch to mercifully end the inning.
Lady said that she talked to you, but
6 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 stranded. It'll be Fontenot, Dunbar, Sistrunk due up in the bottom of the second when we return. Haley Fontenot will get things going in the bottom of the second with the Generals trailing by a bundle. Laterio got out of the first inning on just 7 pitches. And the first one here is in for a called strike.
I can see the ball better with that ball.
Here's the 0-1. This is just off the black. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went up the ladder on her. 1-2. Fontenot hitting .333 on the season, 5 home runs and 28 batted in. Check swing dribbler cut off by Casas. The throw retires Fontenot. So Dunbar hitting .369 on the year. 5 big flies and 32 driven in. Had a 3-run homer yesterday. Laterio catches the corner 0-1. On the ground left side. Fielded it short by Gloria. She'll make the throw across. Two outs, it's Sistrunk. Hitting .302, 11 batted in. Upstairs 1-0. Terrio looks in. The 1-0. Fouled off. One count, and got to do a little repair to the wristband there. The sheet popped out. Back and ready to go. 1-1 on Sistrunk. Casas playing well off the bag. Shading over towards short. Here's the 1-2. Down the left field line and foul. One and two the count. Outs, well outside. Trying to get Sistrunk to chase. Here's the double deuce. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch from Laterio. Check swing dribbler out in front of the plate. Guzman across. It'll be a swinging bunt single for Sistrunk. Brings up Howell with 2 outs. First hit of the ball game for LSUA. First pitch to Howell. Struck into center. Alejandro there to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Generals strand one. We head to the top of the third. Oulu leading 9-0. Top of the third. Aguirre will lead things off for the Saints. 0 for 2 on the ledger thus far. First pitch in a called strike. Back to the circle. Hayes. Out number one. Roca stands in. Takes the first one down the causeway. 0-1. Flipped it in 1-1. Now it's going to get one back and out of play. So it's 1-2. Went down to get that one, and it'll be a fly to center for out number two. Here's Rodriguez with 2 outs. Starts up high. There's the 1-0 from Hayes. Too low, 2-0. Fouled off by Rodriguez. Howell catches it off the net. 3-1. That one skipped in and got away from Terrio.
There's a major league team, I think, that has a bat though. You know, you get the bat. Minor league, gives it the bat.
3-1 over the outside corner. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. A comebacker snared by Hayes on the backhand. The Saints are retired. 1, 2, 3 in the third. It'll be Terrio, Lightfoot, Swallow due up when we return. Riley Joe Terrio will lead things off in the bottom of the third inning. Terrio out for her third inning of work. 21 pitches, 15 strikes for her. She's allowed just 1 hit and has not recorded a strikeout. In the inside corner for a called strike. Oh, 1 is on a line and fair over the bag at third.
Stay there.
Terrio's got herself a single.
She needed that after yesterday's hit.
Brings up Lightfoot. Hitting .347 on the season. 2 home runs.
That was terrible.
17 batted in. First pitch, a called strike, 0-1. One from Laterio. Fouled away. Now the 0-2. High and outside. One and two. Outside corner, caught her looking for out number 1. Here's Swallow. 0 for 1. Terrio rocks and delivers. Just misses 1-0. I think the Saints wanted that one. After the high stuff and fouls it off. One and one, the count to Swallow. Just misses. Guzman wanted it, tried to frame it up. So it's 2-1. With Terrio over at first. Chases after another high one and fouls it off. Here's the 2-2. Half-hearted swing on the ground. They will retire Terrio at second. A good spin by Perez. Two outs, it's Moody, who's 0 for 1 on the ledger so far. And she has Swallow over at first. Catches the outside corner 0-1. Terrio rocks in, delivers. Check swing, didn't offer. It's high. Count 1-1 on Moody. Laced down the third base line, fair. Swallow being waved around. She'll score to put the Generals on the board. A double for Moody. Moody's double makes it 9-1 here in the third. Misses outside on the first pitch to Romero. Terrio trying to live out there. In for a called strike. It's 1-1. That one was upstairs, and Romero fouled it way out of play. It's 1-2. As Laterio and the Saints trying to avoid any additional damage this inning. Here's the 1-2. Missed outside. Guzman tried to bring it back. Counts even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the double deuce. Outside, counts full. Payoff pitch. Up high. It's a check swing. They'll ask in the field, and she did not go around, so Romero has a 2-out walk. Romero might have gotten away with one there. The umpire being in the C position, awfully hard to see a right-handed hitter's check swing. The Generals have runners on first and second with 2 down. And Guzman going to go out and talk to her battery mate here. Kylie Moody's RBI double. Standing as the only run for the Generals so far. 2 on for Fontenot. He had 2 home runs yesterday, one of them an inside the Parker. There's a long discussion in the circle. Entire infield is involved. Now everybody heading back to where they belong. 1-0 count. Two and 0, a snap throw to first, and Romero is back in time. Well, I think she was a little late getting back, and Rodriguez didn't want to put the tag on her. I think Rodriguez expected her to be back quicker than that. Two-0 to Font. Catches the corner 2-1. Generals want to keep chipping away. You don't want to leave a deficit like this until the last inning or two. You'd like to put up a couple crooked numbers to see if you can try to get back into it. 3-1. Later this evening, we'll have LSUA baseball playing A&M Victoria. I almost said their old name. Almost. Sam Fowler would be a little upset with me. Here's the 3-1. That'll be strike 2, so the count will run full. Fontenot thought she had ball 4 and tossed the bat away. So runners will be off on the payoff pitch with 2 outs. 3-2. Well outside for ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded. And time called. Villa coming out to have a chat with the home plate umpire. Yeah, I think she's trying to argue that Fontenot swung in the process of ball 4 there. That because her hips rotated, it should count as a swing. And they're still discussing it over there. Now Jeff Howard coming over the field umpire. Well, he's getting the players back into the field. Dunbar settles in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Had a long ball yesterday. That one's over for a called strike. Oh, and 1 to Dunbar. Ooh. That one looked good. 1-1. Thought about it, held up, called strike anyway. That one looked a little further outside than the last one. But Laterio has just been living there. You can probably draw a 6 to 8 inch perimeter, and that's probably where 65% of her pitches have gone so far. 1-2 the count to Dunbar. Further outside, trying to get her to expand out that way, and she held up. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2s across the top of the scoreboard. Here's the double deuce. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Dunbar with the bases loaded. It's 9-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. It'll be Rosales, Casas, and Gloria due up. Rosales will lead things off here in the top of the 4th as the wind picks up again. Hayes back out in the circle. Misses for ball one. Olu with an 8-run lead. They'd like to add a few more to keep the run rule differential intact. 1-0's upstairs. The 2-0. Inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Hayes is falling behind the leadoff hitter. It's a 4-pitch walk. We'll bring up Casas with 1 on and nobody down. Had a grand slam in her last at-bat. And that one misses, and Hayes doesn't know where it missed. She turned and immediately looked into the dugout. Here's the 1-0. In for a called strike. On the ground at third, Romero blocked it, the throw across, and she'll be on board. Brings up Gloria with 2 on and nobody out. That one misses to open the count, a ball 1-0. On a line into center, that gets down right to the edge of the grass. Here comes the throw from Dunbar. It was just up the line, but Rosales will score. And it is 10-1. Brings up Perez, who is 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Watches the first one for a called strike. Squares around a bunt, pulls back, called the ball. Trees just shaking out there in the outfield. Here's the 1-1. Popped up. Terrio will make the catch in foul territory, fighting the wind. Guzman will stand in with 1 out and 2 on. First pitch in, a called strike. Misses outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Fouls it off. Trying to go opposite field with it. It's got a split second behind on the swing. Here's the 1-2. Tried to go opposite field again, and it misses just wide. That'll stay 1-2. Casas on second. Gloria on first. 1-2 in the left. Lightfoot drifting to her right makes the catch for out number 2. It's back to the top of the order. Brings up Alejandro. First pitch is fouled away. Alejandro 0 for 2 on the ledger. Surprised nothing's flown away down yet in the spectator area. See some blankets down there that look like they could achieve liftoff. If not careful, it's 1-1. As that misses outside. On the ground, Hayes deflects it, and Swallow can't quite get it on the dive. Throw goes into second. A run will score. It's 11-1. Looks like we'll see a change here. And there'll be a pinch hitter, it looks like, at the plate. So Tiarina will pinch hit. First pitch in for a strike. Runners on the corners. 11-1 ball game. And called strike 2. So Hayes ahead of the pinch hitter here. 0-2 offering. Just a bit outside. Here's the 1-2. Skipped it in, and Terrio blocked it. Able to keep the runners where they are. Two fouled off. Yeah, bat will stay alive. The double deuce gets away from Terrio. Alejandro will advance on the pass ball. So runners on second and third now with a full count. Payoff pitch. Soft liner, that's going to get down. 1 run is going to score. Waving around the second, the throw to the plate cut off by Howell. It's 13-1. Aguirre will re-enter at first to run. And it looks like the Generals will go to the bullpen. It'll be Kate Nettles coming in. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this. Nettles on in relief. Runner at first, still the responsibility of Hayes. The Saints have opened this one up. It's 13-1. They've scored in 3 out of the 4 innings, and every inning's been a crooked number. One-0 lifted in a line to center. That'll fall in front of Dunbar. Going first to third, Aguirre, and she will be in. Runners on the corners with 2 down. So here's Rodriguez. And that one hits her, but she is going to stay at the plate. So I'll have to see if that got ruled a foul ball or if she leaned into it. So it's 0-1 off the knob of the bat. Blocked by Terrio. She can't find it. Going up to second, Rocha. 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third now. Nettles. It's up high, 2-1. That's going to get down. Everything falling for the Saints. They're going to wave her in from third. The throw gets in under the tag. It is 15-1. We have entered team unearned categories now for any runs that score in this inning with Nettles pitching, unless another error occurs. Terrio going out to have a chat with Nettles. But when a pitcher allows a run that would be unearned, but that pitcher has come in relief of another pitcher, it becomes a team unearned run as the pitcher does not receive the benefit of the error prior to their entry into the game. I still stand by that rule was created because somebody really disliked a specific relief pitcher. Here's the 1-0. Misses. 2-0 the count on Rosales. That misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Catches the corner. Second inning in this ball game that the Saints have scored 6, and this is hammered to center. Dunbar going back. It's off the wall. Rodriguez being waved around. Fontenot's throw, not in time. RBI double. (16-1). Swinging first pitch, a bloop single. That's going to get down. They will hold Rosales. And it's another single, and chasing Casas back to the bag is Howell. And they're going to let her have second, and chaos is unfolding as coming in from third is Rosales. And it's 17-1 as the wheels have fallen off here for the Generals. And everybody has come in. This is a team meeting. The outfielders are in. It looks like a scene from Bull Durham out there. And most of this offense has come with 2 outs. And everybody will break and head back to where they're supposed to be. And that'll bring up Gloria. Gloria stands in. That one's outside. 1-0 the count. Make it 2-0. Just misses 3-0. Saints are up to 13 hits now. Catches the corner, 3-1. And it'll be ball 4, a walk, so runners will be on first and second. That looks like it might do it for Nettles as Partridge is coming out. And it looks like J.C. O'Connor will take over, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back. So Nettles is done, responsible for the 2 runners aboard, and O'Connor is in just to try to get 1 out here to end the suffering that has been this 4th inning.
Oh, where was that?
And the first pitch misses. Here's the 1-0 to Perez. Catches the inside corner, 1-1.
Makeup call.
Perez is 1 for 3 with an RBI. This is into left center, and that's going to get down. The hit parade continues. 1 run's going to score. They're waving around a second. It's a 2-run double.
You're right. It's just that it only has 1 spot for a number, so put the 0.
Okay, I was like,
Because the runs is 19.
guys, where was it hit 20?
Sometimes 19-1. This one is thoroughly out of hand. That is the 10th run of the inning for Oulu. The Saints came out ready to swing the sticks today. Popped up. Foul territory. Terrio behind the plate makes her 3rd pop foul catch of the game. And mercifully, the inning ends. 10 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 1 stranded. Oulu leads 19-1 headed to the bottom of the 4th. So Molly Sistrunk will lead things off for the Generals, as they have a mountain to climb
The gate's open.
to get back into this, and the gate opened down the right field line, so the Saints will send their player down to close that. Brandon Hagan has taken over in the first base coach's box. Trent Partridge still at third for the Generals. First pitch to Sistrunk, twists in for a strike. Howell waits on deck. Misses upstairs. Here's the 1-1 to Sistrunk. Swing and a miss. One and two the count. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Olu wanted that one, though. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Reset. Try it one more time. Sky to the left side. Gloria camped under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Howell now. Ontario looks in. Fires the first pitch. In for a called strike. Misses off the corner. Count even at 1-1. Fouled away. Here's the 1-2 on Howell. End capper foul. Laced foul. Reset, do the 1-2 again. Riley Joe Terrio on deck. And another one fouled off by Howell. 4 straight. The 1-2 again. 5th straight foul ball. On the ground at third. Casas Fields takes a step and throws for out number 2. Here's Terrio. Nobody on in 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. A hearty hack from Terrio. Here's the 0-1. Club down the left field line. It'll be out of play. Long strike. Counts 0-2. Upstairs. 1-2 count. Terrio looking to get her offense back out there. Swing and a miss. Terrio down on strikes. We head to the top of the 5th. Olu leading 19-1. So the top of the fifth, Alejandro leads off. O'Connor back out for the Generals. And Moody just now getting in a position in right field. First pitch misses a ball. 1-0 from O'Connor. Skipped in. 2 balls, no strikes. O'Connor making just her second appearance of the season. Went an inning of scoreless relief in her last outing. Behind Alejandro here 3-0. Four-pitch walk. And the leadoff hitter aboard. So Aguirre will stand in with nobody out and a runner on. Runner going. This is a bloop shot. It'll fall in left. Just seems at this point it doesn't really matter what the pitch is or where it is. It's fallen. Rocha stands in, squares around, pops the bunt up. Square, ooh, hit that one 1.5 miles foul. That's off the back of the first base dugout at baseball. 0-2. That's one of those. If it's fair, it's gone. Here's the 0-2. Skipped it in. Terrio kept it close. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Brings Rodriguez to the plate. 2 for 4 with a grand slam. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Rodriguez fouls away the first 2-2 offering. We'll reset, try it again. Pop this one up. A fourth opportunity for Terrio, and she makes it.
She's doing good with this. No, yeah.
2 down. So Ramirez is going to hit for Rosales here. And a snap throw to second.
That was good.
Swing and a miss. As Ramirez with a 1-1 count. Fouls it away. Terrio gave chase, but one got out of the park. One and two on Ramirez from O'Connor. Terrio, a nice grab. Had to slide out to make the play. Count moves to 2 and 2, but the runners stay where they are. Reaching for it, fouled it out of play. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to first. Howell steps on the bag. And that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Lightfoot, Swallow, Moody, due up. So it brings up Lightfoot to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Saints hoping to get the Generals down 1-2-3. First pitch misses. And it's fouled away. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Off the corner, 2-2. Double deuce. Fouled out of play. Generals on the road next week. They head down to Victoria to take on the Jaguars. On the road for a couple weeks, then they take on Southern in a doubleheader in Hammond as Lightfoot strikes out before heading to Jarvis Christian. And they close the regular season back at home against Louisiana Christian in the Red River rivalry. Here's the first pitch to Swallow. Line to third. Casas makes the catch. Brings up Moody with 2 down. And the Generals down to their final out. Swinging first pitch on the ground, a chopper. Casas to first. And that retires the Generals. The Saints take it 19-1, but the Generals take the series 2-1. It'll set up an interesting final few weeks here in the Red River Athletic Conference as Olu, Texarkana, and LSUA vie for first place in the conference standings. For all of us here at LSUA, I'm Caleb Dunlop. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.